All right, it says we're live. I don't know if we've got comment yet. I saw a few comments before we got started. Chris had to rush to the store. He'll be right back in just a minute. And so how's everybody doing tonight? We'll be right back. So trying to make sure we're on time. Get these chats. There's live chat, so let's see if it works. Enable connected chat. Okay, so let's see. Maybe pop out chat. This happens every week. I don't know why. It works beforehand. Oh, we've got lots and lots of chat. Wow. And it went away. I don't know why it always says this. All right. Guys, I have missed all the chat up till right this moment. Apparently, it just doesn't want to work for me. Hey, Mason. Kinfolk Farms, Warren, All North State, Old North State Outdoors, Happy Quack, Country Homestead Preacher. How's everybody doing? See if I missed anybody. Crane and Rigging. Kinfolk Farms, they got you. Let's see what else I missed. I think we got everybody so far. Morse Designers, East Texas. All right. He's gone to the store. He'll be right back. Well, I don't know why it won't ever, when we go live, it won't work. So we'll just do the best we can, I guess. Well, we're glad to see you, Happy Quack. My duck's doing better, just so you know. She's walking now. We were afraid that she had something permanently wrong with her, but apparently putting her back on that Start and Grow feed has helped a whole lot. She's not walking very far. She'll walk and kind of flop down, but at least she's standing. For the longest time, well, at least almost 2 weeks, she wouldn't walk at all. She'd kind of do her wings and get around, but she didn't get on her feet at all. I hear him pulling up. He's coming right now. Thank you to everybody that's saying thumbs up. We appreciate it. Just Pigging It. Hey, how you doing? It's been a hot day today. It was 104 at 1 o'clock today. So I went down and worked in the garden about 3 o'clock or so, hoping it would cool off a little bit, and it started pouring down rain. I was so grateful. I was in the rain picking, and because it was just so hot. And of course, the chat didn't work. See, he's coming. He's here. They want to know where Mr. Chris is. Happy Quacks is 104 is winter time there.
Yeah, there's a difference between 104 and 104.
Yeah, that one's hot. I just put it in there. Hey, single man, how you doing?
Hey, well, you seen him right there?
Yeah. Eli, where you been? Been hiding on us.
He said he didn't have, at his new place, he don't have good internet.
Oh.
Sick this, or he can't be home, you know, something. I forgot what he said.
We got to hook you up with some high-speed internet.
I think he's out in the middle of nowhere, right?
Well, he might like that better. He didn't really like where he was at before.
Hey, everybody, who all we got?
Quite a few.
Got a preacher just Pigging It, Happy Quack, Kinfolk Farms, Eli. Crane and rigging. Oh, we didn't get enough rain today to
Just enough to
Mountain
pull me
doesn't.
off while I was in the garden. That's all. But I liked it.
yeah, the ducks back up and moving happy quick.
Yeah, we already talked.
We went back to high protein feed.
She's not 100% yet, but she's doing good. Doing better.
Poppy TV, what's in the slow? I'm not gonna tell anybody what's in the slow.
They
Everybody
know
keeps
by
asking.
now.
Just drink coffee. Believe it or not, we're teetotalers. Is that the word? Oh, there's Carlton.
Professor.
There's North State.
What is he scratching up over there?
He's chewing up your feet. You think you're having
My animal's in trouble all the time. He keeps chewing up everything. He gets his
Come
little
here,
paws on.
Come here. Up higher. Up higher. Get in the picture. See, here's my good dog. He never messes up the floor. Never chews anything up. Would give his life to defend our rifle property. Good dog. Free. Took up in. Adopted us. $600. Destroys everything he touches. You know, Happy Quack, we can't do that because there's already a channel for it. So good. But we actually had that exact same idea.
This is what's in his heart.
Had that exact same idea. But we ain't got time to do nothing right now. We can't get everything else we got to do. Nope, no, but that's the only thing he does. Not to drink that game. Your eyes are teaching. You'll skip anybody, miss anybody.
Input farms, Geo. Just picking it. I think I went back through and got everybody earlier. There's Judy Bond.
Hey, Judy. North State, I'll be honest with you. My old dog went down the road and found him a girlfriend. And he's one of the best. He's got a little Plot Hound in him. He's got a little Collie, a little bit of Doberman, a little bit of Blue Heeler. You can see the Blue Heeler in him, can't you? He's got a Blue Heeler head on a Doberman body. Batman farm version of Wayne. All right, that Jeremy. All right, that was pretty cool. Hey, there's George. George.
There's a Han Solo already. Oh wow, we haven't
There's
seen George in
George, you got to tell us
forever.
what's going on. 'Cause I've been going to call you 40 times, but I always look at the clock and go, no, it's 2 o'clock in the morning in England.
Big
Wait.
Solo.
Okay, so I like that.
There's a Han Solo, a guy that does what's it called? What's his channel?
Something so like.
Yeah, but he does
Oh, but there's a pig.
origins of stories.
John Solo.
John Solo, okay.
And that may be his real name. I've never researched real name Solo.
These aren't actually Solo cups, they're generic. Solo cups are expensive.
I'm going to get some blue ones one day, just mess with you.
I tried that one time and he freaked out. I bought colored ones, a different color than red. What do you mean you brought home different colors? This is not right. No, he had to have red. He had to have red. You want a red Solo cup or a red, whatever they are.
See, how many people know what a dough burger is?
Okay, it may be a North Carolina thing, or it
Oh,
may
I'm
be
sure
an
it
Eastern North Carolina thing. How many of you have heard of a dough burger? George, definitely we need to know what's going on. How are you doing? He said I'll ring you later, Chris. He's okay.
Well, I've been worried about you. I ain't gonna lie. I've been worried about you. But with a 12-hour time difference,
This it's like Gordon. He's
call me that. Jimmy knows this plan. Call me happy quiet. Just call me. That's all I know to say. Just call me. Before we do anything, call me. Oh, Travis snuck in somewhere. Oh, there he is. Hey, big creep. Go burger. It's something from the depression. Kind of like a chow chow pickle relish. It's about half hamburger meat, half flour, onion, salt, pepper, Worcestershire sour
the
sauce.
first one. They made without meat, right? And then they put meat back in it after.
Well, Lovett's Cafe in Kinston is famous for making one that's just flour and spices. But they'll make you sick. You can't eat one. Eat two of them, you'll see them go. Traditionally, the ones here have always been a little bit, at least half hamburger. The piggies are going great, George. We had 2 runts. We pulled them out and gave both of them a little bit of milk to, hey, there's Justin Gooder. It's Saturday, Geeky. It's Saturday. Give them a little bottle to perk them up a little bit. And Jamie, who I guess may be our new intern. That's what she says.
Yeah, that's what she says.
Fell in love with a little boar pig. And since she had too many.
Thank you, George.
Anyway, hey, there's Warren. Where's Warren come from?
Warren's been up there.
I'm sorry, Warren. Anyway, we let her have it. The old mama's got more she can feed.
She's gonna end up with a 600-pound pig on her couch.
Probably. May not have been the wisest thing ever.
And her boyfriend hate this now.
I'm sure. You know, Geek, I'll be honest with you.
Promise, it causes, like, my schedule hasn't changed.
The only way I know it's Friday is I get a fish plate. Stonewall's on Friday. Hey, there's Marine Cane Corso. Y'all say that right? Y'all need to go check him out. If you're into the big dogs, you need to go check him out. He's putting up a lot of videos. He's putting up a video about 2 a day, I think. They're pretty interesting. If you're into the big, they're kind of like bull mastiffs. Kind of fill us in on that. Tell us all about them. I know a little bit about them. That's something I've heard about before, but they're not a breed I'm super familiar with. Well, happy quiet. We didn't get through yesterday. That's why we just didn't get through. We just didn't. We don't usually get in the house from 9:30. We appreciate that, man. We used to raise block hounds, bear dogs, and there are people that cross those 2 breeds to put more size on the blocks to make them for hog dogs. And I didn't realize they were Italian mastiffs. I knew they were something related to a mastiff, but I didn't know.
I used to have a doggy bed Bordeaux.
Oh, you're not calling.
And a Saint Bernard mix.
That's what holiday is. Is that Memphis? Morphus.
More,
More probably. Now they may not need it after that. And depending on how you got your house set up, it may just cut it off. These we've got now wanted it at night. They wanted it at night, they don't want it at daytime. So we cut it on, I'll probably cut it on when the eyes are weird and they'll
Happy Quack, you thought it was Friday all day long, so you wouldn't miss the live tonight.
Merino, I used to be an avid bear. I lived a bear. That was the only joy I got in life was bearing the pounds of what happens. For many years. It was my entire. I had to work a job, I had to eat. I had a farm because I had to eat. And that it was. I lived for 7 days of bear season. I don't know, Happy Quack. There's not any. Well, I don't know. I ain't gonna say that. You might do. A good bear dog will still bring $5,000 or $10,000. A good coon hound still, a really, really good coon hound still bring $5,000. But it's a full time and a half job training hounds.
Where's he at?
He's here on welcome out of sleep. I love the plots. We had both kinds. There's two different strains of plot hounds. There's little small bear dog plots and there's big coon hound type plots. We had both of them. Oh yeah, it's been the same way here. I don't know where you're at, Morphus, but we're going through like the world record heat wave. Highest has ever been in recorded history here.
It was 104. And that's not heat index. It was 104 today at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, and I was riding around in circles on a tractor in the blazing hot sunshine. You know, the only thing worse than 104 is 104 in the rain. With the sun shining in the rain.
And then the sun came out blazing, and I thought I was going to get sick then. It was just too.
Yeah, preacher, I don't understand. I don't know nothing about the solar minimums and solar maximums.
Oh, don't even bring up flip flops today. We had a visitor this morning. No,
yeah, we don't. Right. Is that Merino or Marine? That's Merino. I'm sorry, man. I have trouble. I can't see the screen. And sometimes I just guess what it says.
Patchy Heaven.
Oh, where's Patchy Heaven? Oh, there's Patchy Heaven. Hey, man. Yeah, we were picking. She was picking the garden, and I was, which the garden's about done, ain't what I do. The only thing we got coming off real good is okra. And, yeah, 138, I think we just died. 120.
120. No. Happy Quack, just pack up your little Happy Quack and bring them on over here. I mean, yeah, 138. You might as well just no.
Of course, we had something happen. I'll tell you a little bit about what happened. We had a water mouse, a cottonmouth water mouse. A different color phase of a cottonmouth water mouse. We had to get the snake expert here to tell us what it was. Laid across the front doorsteps this morning.
And I'll announce it.
Well, I'm glad we could help him, Reno. Look, we got an email. If you'll email me, I'll help you. I'll do anything I can to help. Which everything we do here might not work out there. I think it ought to, because we're pretty hot. We're hot, humid. What?
They lost all their rabbit. Almost.
Yeah, she told me she lost all her rabbit.
4 piglets and pregnant sow to me.
Happy Quack, I'll be honest with you. We used to lose some rabbits. What kinds you get, Patchy Heaven? I ain't been able to catch up on YouTube last week. I usually, when you put something up, I see it. This time
would take 2-liter bottles and freeze them. Take the labels off of them, put them in there with them, and they would snuggle up to them, and as they melt, we'd replace them. And you had to put in like 2 a day here, so you probably
Trainer
had to put
Regan said he
several.
loved to eat. I don't know.
It really made a difference. And we also had a box fan.
That's a good point, Jeremy. That's
Box
something
fan out there.
I've been meaning to warn people about. I don't, and now you just told me something. I always wondered if it was just here. But here, you don't hardly ever see a snake in the garden. Like Mimsy, she got hold of a little, we call them winos. She got hold of a little copperhead in her garden. I think that's what it was. One of the reasons I tell people wear shoes and mess with the garden. That's kind of rare. Snake in a garden's rare. But black widows ain't.
Yeah.
They're common.
I was weeding, I don't know, first year we moved the garden up here.
Oh, good deal, Pat.
And
2-prong fast hitch.
had on shorts, had one knee on the ground. I felt something going up my leg. I looked down, it was a great big old black widow going up my leg in the garden. That moccasin was what, at least 4 feet long.
It was the biggest one I ever seen. It was the wrong cover. It was real light cover. And head, it was inside the mouth was right, the teeth were right, but the cover was wrong.
Yeah, his head was diamond shaped and everything. He was big, huge, and
it was self-defense. He pulled the pocket knife on
that big around.
Everybody asked you anyway.
You didn't say anything.
Okay, well, I'm just telling you, it was self-defense.
But you're saying that he was, as in the previous ones.
Had to quack out a swamp cooler. I want a swamp cooler. One of my buddies was up here. It's I can't think what they call it. It uses water and a fan and it makes the inside of the building cool.
That did not explain anything. Uses water and a fan.
It's something cool. Water runs through like a radiator and a fan blows through it and it cools off stuff. I ain't got room in the shop for it. I'd get rid of the toolbox. I believe that had to quack. Watch out for him, Judy. All right, Marina. I appreciate it, man. Good night.
Good night.
Knuckle buster pins.
I know George had those.
Yeah, I did. Preacher, you talking about bail pins, clip pins? The ones you put in if it I think you're right, Giggy. I think you're right. They do work some. They're better than just a fan. But they don't get it all wonderful cool like people say they do here, you know. You ain't putting them in upside down, are you, preachers? That's really about the only way they fall out. You know, the pin goes in from the top, the bail flips over the bottom. And if you're shearing them off instead of them, oh, okay. I tell you what to do with them, preachers, do away with them. Take them out, put car keys in the mold. Mine used to do that. And I'm not sure what caused it, but mine did it, and I finally just did away with them. I mean, you don't need them. You don't set the thing and never mess with it again. Get you a pack of quarter pins and just take the bail clip out and put the big quarter pin in it. You still never send that picture of that off. What did you say? They're not real common in our place.
That's what it looked like. That's the color.
Maybe lighter than that. Anyway, if you Google water moccasins, the one
it's a kind of a pinkish. He was.
They were the gold cover. You got that on the top or the bottom, Freddie? Somebody actually stole them out of mine one time. The neighbor stole them, all four of them, and I picked the finishing mower up and didn't even look behind me, right? You know, I backed up, looked up to it, picked it up to the golf. Got to where I was gonna cut grass, had it on the wheels. Had to go back and look at spacers, you know, some of them fell right off right there, some of the roads were up. Now the top's where you want them, because the top ain't got no pressure on it. You know, the bottom ones have all the pressure. The top's just a space you keep it popping up and down. So you got on top. That's why I say if you had some metal ones, put them under the.
It was pretty much as big as they get.
Yeah, it was as big as they get.
Sorry.
She's terrified.
Yeah. And today I've been like having little mini nervous breakdowns all day, thinking that his girlfriend, wife, significant other is here. Because
Really, preacher? Oh, we got bush hog around here. Morphus, we try to cut them, I guess, in about 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks. And I'm not going to tell you that's the right way to do it. Most people cut them at 3 or 4 days. But we're old school, and the old guys will always tell you, I always heard it the whole time I was growing up, to let them get big enough and strong enough they could survive.
Dick, you don't know how lucky I
I
am.
think the smaller you do it, the better it is on the.
I walked right out on it.
Hey, Gordon.
I mean, seriously, and it was. I startled it.
That's what happened, Geeky. That's what happened. Like I said, he come that way now. Preacher, I want you to do something for me. You've had some trouble before. I need you to FaceTime me next time. You can get up with us and FaceTime me. I found out FaceTime is wonderful too.
Good.
Preacher. Well, that's kind of what we're doing at Happy Quack, but you know, I can't tell anybody they're doing it wrong if they go ahead and do it at 3 or 4 days or 2 weeks or. I think we do it just as late as is feasible. But that's the old timey way of doing it, and we always have really good luck with it.
Do what? You used to get baby cottonmouths out of what kind of bucket? You know that the baby ones have more venom.
Well, she survived it, or she wouldn't be telling it.
Yeah, but have no control over their venom, so they give you more venom when they bite. So I mean, yeah.
Okay, well, I saw Gordon behind on emails. Anyway, I answered a couple of them. I ain't ignored him. It's just sometimes when I open the emails up, it's like, I mean, they're just 50 of them. That was, I can't see the end of the comment for some reason.
I had to do the whole pop out chat again.
But Morphus, one thing I will tell you is, and we've missed selling some pigs today. If I'd have sold some pigs at 4 weeks, I could have sold the whole litter today. And the people kind of acted like I was crazy for not being willing to win them that early. But the longer you leave them with mama, the better. I'm going to say 5 weeks, honestly, is minimum. And 8 weeks won't hurt. Now, I've heard people say 9 weeks, and I think 9 is a little detrimental to the South.
I learned that from Indiana Jones. The scorpion thing. It's like, I'm hit by a scorpion. Is it a little one or a big one?
We try not to work on Sunday no more. I mean, this is absolutely not necessary. They're doing good, Gordon.
that ill. Oh,
she's ill. She's
she
aggressive
she's gotten better the last
to an extreme.
today. She
And I
has.
miss Tommy.
Um, the guy came and got that little boar, and she didn't go ballistic. But today was the first day that she did not go ballistic.
She's calming down, getting back to road. So I'll be honest with y'all about something. I know I said it in the video the other day. But us going that live with that light on her and us talking and Darlene out there, it worked. And plus that long labor, it worked her up bad. Bad, 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 bad. Normally it's just me out there.
I'll go out and check them periodically, but if
We
they're in
were up
full
all
labor,
night going.
if
What's
if
wrong with
they're
you?
in
Where
full
Tennessee?
labor, usually he's out there by with it by himself because they do better.
With no light, just the heat lamp, this little flashlight here, which is a bright little light with it. It'll be clipped on my hat and I'll cut it on when I need it. And I'm just sitting there quietly in the pen. But she got up and moved 40 times. Side hay cut, I tell you. I flail more preacher. That's how we catch chickens happy quick. These big pigs will tear that net off pieces.
Oh, tell them about that too.
About what?
That we went out into the chicken pen and we had somebody had dropped off chickens.
Yeah, somebody donated some chicken with leg bites, of course.
How many of them have leg bites?
The ones we dumped in the burn hole today. And I'm not advocating that as a treatment for leg bites, but we were told it would work. Vaseline does work, so does Prometheus.
Okay. Anyway, I went to take our intern home. Come back and there's new chickens in the pen.
I won't worry about it, Gordon. I can't spell either.
With leg mites. Apparently they couldn't treat the leg mites, so they brought them over.
No, I don't know. I don't think they even need to have leg mites. At Happy Quack, I think we think the duck may have bumblefoot. You know about that.
She's walking.
She's walking though. You told her.
Short periods, short.
Now the feed obviously helped.
But her feet were.
I think she might have had more than one problem.
My feet were rolled up, and now they're starting to straight back out a little bit. Not great, but
we can handle them Happy Quack. The biggest problem was I had I needed one person to help me. They weren't scared of a pig, and I could do anything. The way our hog pens are set up, well, she's got a knot right here. We think it's walking on the wire.
it was sores, but now it looks more like calluses.
That would look like calluses. Oh, damn, I saw one. Anyway.
They were busted open. They were sore. And that's what we
That's
thought
right.
originally what was wrong with her. But once they got better, she's still not walking.
But she's walking.
But now she's walking. Today is the first day, and yesterday she stood up. She was standing up in the little pool. So I was getting excited about that too. So today she started walking.
I will ask you this, something I didn't tell you. She was in a wire floored coop. Well,
you know, Trevor said that she could have got the bumblefoot from the chicken.
But you know, well, you better off. I told everybody this a million times. You better off not seeing multiple species of poultry together. Apparently, it's lobsters.
No.
I know turkeys. I know you got me about keep turkeys.
She's in the pen with the other chickens now.
Fish box. We do fish box.
How much? She's little.
Yeah,
she's big for her age.
A couple of bills.
A couple of pills at a time.
They said bumblefoot's a staph infection. That's probably not it. Because this is like a wart, not an infection.
How much fix fish mops for a 2 pound, 3 pound? How much do fish weighs?
First time Sal had 20 pigs. Gordon went to the end of the comments cut off.
Oh my goodness, 20?
You know, Gordon, my daddy had one, had 20 some years ago. We got pictures of it. In fact, we showed him on live one night. Was it 23 or 24? She had raised it now. But she was old, great old big
500
long.
milligrams each day, 3-4 days.
Well, Jenny, that we had it missed by 4. Starts like a war looking back. Yeah. That's probably it. But if you smart, so fix it. We can do that.
We used to keep it. We were very
Hey, George is back. Oh,
Yay!
and I'll be back.
So,
You know, I mean, it's a cowboy boots, but I would go fishing. He was 1 inch thick. So I got to walk on.
and a hat with a feather in it.
Yeah.
Y'all send him a purple hat with that big black feather.
I got my Vietnam down bag.
Mm-hmm. Ah, well then it probably did come from being in that cage with the bottom, because apparently that made it was a little sore when we first saw it. Mm-hmm. Robotics and rescue. But she is doing better, and I'm excited about that. She stays in the pool most of the day. Got our little pool inside the chicken pen. She's got her own little area. And Chris put a brick on the inside and a brick on the outside, so she's got like steps to go in and out. She don't use them, but I do put her food on that brick on the outside so that she's got it right there, so she can
She's walking there.
but I still don't think
Oh,
she's
yes,
walking as
yes,
good as
Mom.
she could be.
That won't hurt.
And she said that bumblefoot comes from any kind of scratch or
What's
sore.
that would make sense on
That's
that
what I
wire
said.
rope. Perfectly good. See, be honest with you. You know,
Mm-hmm. Come talk to George. Everybody.
I'm right here. On the way.
He's coming back. Yeah, well, Judy, she's got one of those little round pink pools that only cost like $8.
Yeah, y'all next 20 yards.
No, not that one. I'm pretty sure I bought that one for red. So we've had it for zillion years. It's lasted.
Oh.
It even got a hole in it, and I went and took the hot glue and glued it top and bottom, and made a patch. One little plastic. Worked out.
$22 in 1980. I need to
Mom
go.
died 48 hours later.
You know, believe it or not, Jordan, to be honest with you, these 2 pigs here, we were trying to, we weren't trying to bottle feed them, we were just trying to,
Well, you got it cleared them up. You cleared them up, the ones that you're sending the pictures of. Yeah, that.
we were trying to bottle feed
That's
Jordan, we
hers.
just trying to get him a little boost for back. My daddy would have never done it.
Hers is just
never-
on the
It's like a war.
pad right,
Right here.
here. Here's the foot, and hers is right there. But look at those are bad. You got these
Yeah, they
fixed.
don't look, yeah, these right here don't look like that we got.
Yeah, look at that. Oh my
Yeah, that
God.
don't look like that we got.
How often do y'all rescue animals?
I think she said they're about to turn into a rescue operation. But you know, Gordon, I don't want to have more than about 14. 14 about all I want to have.
You don't need to send pictures to Chris's phone. Let me see your phone. Just so she'll see. He can't.
This really is my phone, y'all.
Yeah, so Pictures do
I
not.
don't get pictures. They're this big. If I get them, they're that big. That's what
No,
dog is. I'm not
actually-
doing that, by the way.
Actually, they're like half that size. They cut off right there. He can't see what it is. Yep, that was long time ago. Oh, she's forgot which number.
All right. Oh, ow.
She said that they had to cut out the infection and it still gave them infection.
Well, it might be bumblefoot. We just.
She
you know,
said since
call
it's
it-
a new infection that it should clear up quickly. And people just keep calling them and saying, "Hey, can you come and help with this or that?" And so they're turning into a rescue.
Figure out how to make that painful.
Oh no, it's okay. She said forgot which number. Sorry, Chris.
She listened in.
Yeah, she did. According to my phone, it says that it was sent to your number too.
Well, I ain't get it.
See,
I ain't get it.
what makes a tomato have tough skin? All mine have tough skins. If
Oh,
they
right.
ripen on the vine, they'll have tough skins. I love homegrown tomatoes, but because the ones in the grocery store are kind of shit green and they ripen as they go, their skins are not as tough. So
Good night, Jeremy.
I peel mine
We're glad to have you.
because I love homegrown tomatoes. But if they ripen on the vine, their skins are usually That's how they found Congo with the attack food. Yeah, I know about that one.
She's got me phone.
Four lenses.
What are you going to say?
Candy said that my mom had those in the refrigerator.
Oh, yeah, that's what mine was. But she passed on in February 14th.
So that's how old your mom is. Actually, we had to special order his phone because he didn't want my phone because these ones don't work well.
Well, that one got struck by.
You know,
I mean, I'm glad to hear that, North State. We ain't got it fixed yet. Gordon's mom. Back in 14. Epsom salt helps with a lot of things, but it's something to do with this. You know, North State, the extension agent keeps telling us it's aluminum in soil.
that crushed eggshells what did it, the Epsom salt did.
Well, it's cap,
It's a calcium deficiency.
but if you got certain minerals in the soil, it stops them from absorbing the calcium. So you give them all over you want. That's the situation.
Yeah.
You can give them all over you want, but don't take it.
And Miracle Grow makes it worse.
The more fertilizer you put, the worse it is. Oh, what about water?
That was Gordon's mother.
You know, so good news about water.
Oh. Well, you are with friends, Gordon. We're glad to hear you. Have you.
That's right, Gordon. You say anything you need to say. We got you back. Hey, you were scared to say that for your name, but
Neighbor told us it's just solid brine water.
huh?
So, Eli, I thought you done left us.
No, you're welcome. They don't like I do.
Lurking.
I'm doing live on the say hi to everybody. Just sit back.
Wanna
Be
feel
Save
it?
the Nation.
How do you do a desalination?
I thought I filled her. I bet you had changed the helmet a lot.
When did you keep on your time since you like 4 to 1 over here?
What was that? Hold on.
Don't.
I saw that look.
Where's the-
We'll sleep on the welcome mat. That's a good question. What? I understand, Eli. Well, how's everything going at the new place? You ain't told us. Call me tomorrow, George. I want anything.
We are glad that we did get to hear from you tonight, because we've been worried about you. Bye, George.
I will tell you this.
You just get moved.
The
Well,
later you
right.
do them, the better off you'll do. I will tell you that.
What?
There's my old bear sitting.
What are you talking about? Later you doing?
He's talking about when to do it right.
Oh.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I've seen that.
See, she would, if she did them late her time, it'd be middle of the night here.
There's a bunch of people that want them late. Sorry to hear that, Mom Bear said. She's got 14 right on, but we gave one of them away. Be still alive. That's more she can feed. Oh, I believe that, Gold. I mowed 3 acres a day with 4-foot bushel. And it was waist high. Had to mow it in third gear low. Seems like it took all day. I use 10-10-10 preacher because it's free.
Sorry, Mama Bear.
Or 888 because it's free. We were, Mama Bear. We were. Well, she didn't quit having them pigs at 30. We were up all night. I'm behind. Yeah. And I'm assuming that it was the COVID.
We find out Monday.
They not, but if there's nothing wrong with 13. Just use a little bit of that.
Preacher, we've got so much drama going on in my county. Our assistant made an announcement. Okay.
She get fired talking about it. So
Find out Monday. That's all I need to say.
We've had a bunch of people having around here too, Mama Bear. But I think everybody's come through it okay. Just got it lately. We haven't had anybody that have it was really bad also. That's people I know personally. And some of them have some pretty serious health issues. They do it. Well, Judy, you know, she's a teacher in the county you live in. So you've heard all of it on the news, you know.
Well, the governor said that was the least we could do, and we could do more if our county chooses to do so. Wayne, your county, the county that we're in, has really high numbers, so we'll find out Monday. There you go.
Maybe just maybe right there.
Would anyone tune in at 4, 5, 6 a.m.?
No, not me. I'm sure somebody would.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody would.
Explain to Happy Flat that live we did till 3 o'clock in the morning the other night. I had people on we've never seen before.
Yeah, we had people that were involved and all in it till 3:30.
International viewers.
Yeah.
Tell her there's people that are up late at night if you just look in our eyes.
You got
halfway around it. Did somebody interact?
they've done a whole lot of surveys, getting people to answer surveys and what they want. They're asking the public. They're asking people. Okay.
But she's got to remember that 4 o'clock a.m. her time ain't 4 o'clock a.m.
Yeah, that's what I was fixing. 4 o'clock there would be what?
Yeah, they out here would. No, it'd be like 9 o'clock here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it might.
Happy Flat, are we 4 or 5 hours from you?
Look, and if she does it in the middle of the night, her time, she ain't got to worry about no.
It is 10:23 here. What is it there?
Ask Gordon what time it is now.
All right. Gordon, what time is it there? Okay, it's only a 3-hour time difference. So if they did it at 4 o'clock there, it would be
1 a.m.
Huh?
Oh, what time is it there now?
We're ahead of them.
Oh.
So if it was 4 o'clock there, it was 7 in the morning.
You gotta make that.
Oh.
You gotta make that.
Did you make it for your mom? Yeah. So it would be 7. And 7:20.
Math. Oh God, math, God.
Yeah, there's 3 hours difference, and it's 3:23 there. So.
Middle of the afternoon, right?
Or no, it's middle of the night.
Oh.
Yeah, you got me all screwed up.
I done figured it out.
5 hours for Gordon. And it's 3 hours for Happy Flat. And it's 5 hours for George. Chris made this one his own way. So he carved out a piece of wood, put a magnet on the back.
I didn't do that.
So what were you gonna do with it if you didn't?
I just made it for it. Just a piece of wood I found laying somewhere one day. It's a piece of habit or something.
Yeah, something.
I did that with my pocket, just my pocket knife.
Did you paint it? She painted it.
She painted it.
Yep, it is cute.
Yeah, it was a grand total of about 7. And what's so bad? I ain't no, I couldn't do no better than that. I'll keep the 7.
You put the date on the back of it.
1890.
That is also 1890.
Actually, it says 6890.
We get 68.
That's what it says on the logo. That ain't the date, baby.
12. 12 is still good. G said the church opened back up and closed for 2 weeks. Warren said he's got 7:23 Pacific time there. Comments and stuff. Or something
Wow.
stop.
We gotta get some pads. Chairs.
I had them, you didn't like them, so I got rid of them and gave them away.
Oh, church opened back up. Then it closed too. Yeah, I thought we were supposed to go back to stage 1, Judy. I don't know how to quack. People do like when they're late. They really do like when they're late. And I know what you're talking about. You don't want to do one at the same time somebody else is doing it. And the truth is, you don't want to do one at the same time some other big popular channel is doing one. Everybody watch yours. You know. What? Oh, okay. That new phone acted up on there, didn't it? I still read it. Well, yeah, you got to worry about it too. That's what I was talking about. People get offended pretty easy. Sand dunes and heat waves. I think we're going to call it 49. On that tractor today and everything else. We want to do this.
Yeah. Warren's like, oh, that's why it's so hot. Preacher said just do it. Offended people need to turn the frown upside down.
Well, you know how it is, preacher. You don't want to offend. You know, like if we decide to move our life, we wouldn't want to move it till Tuesday at 8 o'clock. You know, I mean, and I hadn't even thought about that we might have messed up doing it tonight. You know.
Don't, Danny, who there's on Saturday night?
I don't know. I don't know. There's no some. I thought they did theirs today.
I think he does Saturday night. Eli said y'all gotta have feelings to get them hurt. Agree, preacher. Geeky said, agree, preacher. You know, you didn't do it to offend anyone. You don't. I miss the word about it.
Well,
I'm
you know,
trying to scoot it over so.
the bad thing about offending people, Geeky, is sometimes you can do it without meaning to do it. You know.
Worry. That was the word. Is Happy Crack's got to go. They got your feet up. We're glad you did too. She said she'll call tomorrow. Good night.
You scratched the door up.
Nope.
Yep. Oh, you can't have nothing but a dog. Text me
Been
one time.
locking him up. Alright, everybody's telling Happy Crack good night.
Well, we're gonna have to go. It's hard to sit there.
Warren said I'm offended by people who are easily offended.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Me too. I'll give you that completely.
Vicky said he likes that one.
You know, I'm a
Old
member.
timer. Howdy, folks. Hope everyone's doing
Yeah,
well.
old timer. You know, I'm a member of Guppy.
Mama Bear said snowflakes.
You know what Guppy is?
No, I don't know what Guppy is.
It's a new political party I'm starting. It stands for
What's
Guppy.
on your face? What's that?
Oh, buckle?
I didn't know that was a buckle there. I guess it's usually given by the belt
It
itself.
stands for Give Us Peace and Privacy, Y'all. We're against anybody that's for anything, and we're against anybody that's against anything.
Give us
Peace and privacy, y'all.
peace and privacy, y'all. Guppy.
Help me make it a thing, people. Make it a thing.
Bruce's own political party. Is that what it's a new political party?
Yeah, it's what it is a political party.
Political party. Are you gonna run for president too?
Absolutely not.
A write-in?
Nope. Have no aspirations for politics. Although if just one person would write me in, I'd be all. That's why I said I got too late.
You said it's give us peace
Privacy, y'all.
and privacy.
Yep. T-E-P-P-Y.
Country Homestead Preacher said that 2024 make America something, just do it. Yes. Warren said he would join Guppy too. Beaver Creek said when I offended people and they tell me that I am a pessimist, tell them I am an optimist, a realist.
You know what the difference is between an optimist and a pessimist? A pessimist is just an optimist with experience. Because I don't know many people that ain't figured out. When it comes to life, most times glass is kind of half empty. And I think something a lot of people don't understand. Whether you look at the glass, whether it's half full or half empty, it has a lot to do with how thirsty you are.
Jesus ships making one time. Definitely don't fit picture. I'm waiting for President Trump's face melt off from the what is it? Everson? What?
From
The
his son,
lamp.
man.
Oh, his son. She said that she's behaving like these hostage. Warren said, I agree, preacher. Also, paraphrase Chris, you can't make country great by turning over. Yeah.
Well,
I forget him.
what?
I forget him. Alright, almost said
I'm reading over here on the tablet.
Okay,
You can't
then.
sit them in the chair.
good.
Yeah, that's right, Mama Bear. It's the same amount.
Yeah, but you can't tell people that. They won't believe you. Even if you've got two different cups, same amount. it's
Yeah,
still
most cups
bullshit.
over their ounces. Huh?
Yeah.
4 ounces,
I mean,
4 ounces, right?
You can use that for a lot of things. A lot of things going on right now.
Well, you know, my daddy always told me to go to work, mind my own business. You know, the truth is, most of these people had jobs. But we get dangerous with roads like we do discuss. We don't do.
Alright, Warren said it should be over in. And then Country Homestead Preacher said that's a slogan, put it on a shirt. And Judy said, laugh out loud, preacher, yep, just bike it. Nike it. Yeah, we don't do Nike.
What?
Yeah, Nike's getting a little. Anyway, just be a dang gut and let it roll off your back. Mama Bear, that's a good way to look at things.
Look,
We used to have a donkey, but he followed his mule to her new home, and
Oh,
but we had a donkey.
we had a donkey that was broke to work. She sure keeps the deer off my garden.
Good change of suit.
That's pretty slick old time, right about that. That's right. Well, I don't know, Geeky. I kind of usually like to pick the worst. I'm very seldom wrong. That's what's so bad about it. Around here, Golden, there's very few people working anymore. My daddy's probably the last person working. But let me tell y'all a little story about the difference between perception. You know, perception is where the optimism and pessimism and all that stuff goes in. And it was something I did. I don't know, just got on my mind the other week for some reason. I'll start because I went to go buy Jake pair of shoes. But when I was growing up, and this may sound like a Jerry Carr story a little bit, maybe. But when I was growing up, fashion had nothing to do with my school clothes. I got 5 brand new pair of bib overalls and a brand new pair of Red Wing Brogan shoes a year. And they better last because we got us for 40 years. They bought them new before school started, so they look halfway decent. And people picked on me constantly. Constantly. And about my Bobo shoes. I don't know if any of y'all old enough to remember people called the shoes Bobo shoes. But you know, they had on them tennis shoes cost a bunch of money at some basketball player indoors or something, you know. And my mom and daddy won't buy me nothing like that, but they won't hold up, you know. And I'd always just kind of sit there and not say nothing because I didn't have much of shoes cost, you know. It would have been a little bit of key information. But the other day, I went to buy my little boy a pair of Red Wing Brogans. I said, that's what I'm going to go get him with Velvet. I know they'll hold up. They look like some old Civil War shoes. And I walked in the shoe store. I assumed they were cheap because my mom and dad always bought them for me. That little girl walked out with a pair of them, and I looked at the price tag, and they were never knew about $400. They were right much more than them $100 tennis shoes. And it just got me to thinking about these fools on that school bus were picking on me because they perceived their shoes costed more than mine did. But mine were of high enough quality to last a year on a farm. And theirs were of a Chinese quality to last 2 months walking around school. And something dawned on me about that. Just the irony in it, you know. Oh yeah, we didn't buy them, preacher. We bought some Skechers, hiking boots kind of things. That and a pair of hot duck boots. The duck boots were a good idea. They're real tough. They're Skechers. I highly recommend them for kids. They're little boy proof. Yeah, old timer. Me, you talked about that one time. My daddy used to plow the garden with that donkey because they'll fit down the middle of the road. You can do some pretty work with a donkey. Hey, Robin, how you doing? But yeah, preacher, I had no idea. And I asked the guy, because he's an old man, guy owns Country View Western Store, you know, we talk about some. I said, have they always been this high? They said they've always been made in America and they've always been the most expensive thing in the store. He said, you just thought your mom and daddy were being cheap, buying it cheap. He said, they ain't never been cheap. They've always been very expensive. That's why you didn't get one pair a year. Preacher, I'm gonna tell you the truth about something. I work mules, son, and it's kind of like anything else. Once I don't know how to word this. If you just started today, right? So you went and got you a mule or a pair of mules, and went there and went walking behind them. I'm talking about walking behind them, not riding on them, but walking, not on like a toolbar where you got a seat, where you walk and tote a pair of lines. It take you a while to get used to it. Once you got used to it, it's just work. I mean, it wouldn't be any different than anybody else. Just walking, chafing. I hate to say it. I don't want to be crude, but chafing's gonna be the biggest issue. And planting corn, when picking that corn planter up around the ends, now that's tough. I've done that a few times. The old cold corn planters, you got to get the mule to pull, and you got to pull back on the handles and get it off the ground to turn. So you don't waste seed. Oh, good gracious. That's a job. That's why if you look at some old pictures, sometimes you see the corn comes out of the road and it's planted all the way around. They ain't no end, or the inroads are planted over that, so they wouldn't pick the planter up. Yeah, I tell you something else you used to do, Judy. They picked on you on the school bus. And we dropped him off at their single wide trailer. Then they bring me on down here and drop me off at my brick house on the 400-acre farm. And the whole time we were on the bus, they pick on me, call me poor. I had my Bobo shoes, my big overalls. You know, preacher, there's a lot of truth in that. You'd be amazed how many people start growing a garden but don't do it 1 or 2 years. We see that constantly. And that's even with a tractor or raised beds. They lose interest in it quick. They find out it's hard. They find out. That's why we do a lot of videos we do talking about gardening. They find out you can't do it the way people tell you. You know, they're just telling you that. And there's some real work in it. It's not fun. It's not like watching the Almanac Gardener, where it looks like there's a minimum of effort and everything's clean and neat and show quality. You know, we tell people you got to do this. Well, I ain't doing that. Say, what, Judy? Oh, I know they do that, preacher. I know they do that. You know. And some of it's just, well, let me tell you this. Let me be bluntly honest with you guys. I'm going to tell you gospel truth. I do not enjoy gardening. I promise you, gardening despises it. But what I do enjoy and what I feel is an absolute necessity is I do not like, especially certain things, bought from the grocery store. I cannot eat corn from the grocery store.
Buddy, stop. Buddy.
Well, somebody just stole our identity, Judy. We just found out somebody stole our identity like 2 days ago. So I don't know why or what good it did them. That's exactly right, old timer. Or in our case, it's stink bugs. There's stink bugs on the collar now, sucking the juice out of it. And but we don't enjoy it. It's hard work, especially the way we do it, doing it the old way. It's a lot of work. I mean, it's a lot of work. And it's a lot of work to put the stuff up. It's like pushing a rope up a hill to grow it, and it's drudgery to put it up. Ain't that nostalgic, romantic about it? You know, it's work. And the reason nobody does it anymore is a whole lot easier to go do a job and buy it. It's a whole lot easier to go make money and buy it. If you can do things to make money a whole lot easier than you can really work to get it. And that's what they do. That's why everybody left the farm. Everybody left the farm in the 50s because it was work. Well, I don't like Miracle-Gro, preacher, not because it's not organic. Pick it over with a 22 row.
How do you do that?
Well, I can picture how to do it. I'll tell you something better than that, old timer. If you try shooting carpenter bees, that's my hobby. I don't know if I ever told anybody or not. But that's one of my few hobbies is I like to shoot carpenter bees with a 22 rifle. When they're flying, I just think that's the most. A box of 22 shorts and the carpenter bees buzzing around the shed right there. I don't know, it's enjoyable. I might be weird. Probably shouldn't even said that. I understand you. Buster, I've heard of Buster Brown. security ain't treating free. Clydesdales. We used to have where they take a Belgian and a Mammoth Jack. They were called draft mules. They're hard to hit too, old man. When you hit one, you've got a feeling of accomplishment. Oh, hey, R17. Oh, we know. We understand completely. Oh, they were actual brand of shoes, Travis. I thought they were like Bobos, just somebody.
No.
Michael used to own the West North. I appreciate that, Eli. Old time that last mule, I think it was you were talking about being mean. That last mule we had, we had a little Palomino mule. Had a cross on her back. Had a dark red cross on her back. She was a Palomino.
And
she was the most beautiful. She was tiny. She was about chest high. And well, kind of not about sternum high, you know.
Pretty thing.
And she was gorgeous, built like a brick, solid, beautiful. Beautiful. Had a white mane and a white tail. She was just gorgeous and was as mean as any painter you've ever run across.
Kick with and bite too.
She's the only thing I've ever seen in my life that was flexible enough that you could be holding her harder and she could take a back foot and put it in your mouth.
Why is it?
Well, preacher, you know, that's something I made up my mind about a long time ago. That I was going to be satisfied with what I had, and I was going to go back to the way we always did things. That I felt like everybody else was screwing up, and just because everybody else was screwing up meant I didn't have to. Good night, Mama Bear. You didn't say anything. All right, Gordon. I refused.
Have a good weekend. Good night, Mama Bear.
Yeah, Gordon, the way this thing's up here cuts the last part of the comments off of me. So I got to kind of guess at what it says. Sometimes I don't guess right. Oh, is the highway. Okay. Well, the 17 highway. And that road runs not off.
Not the one thing.
Oh. I didn't forgot we were talking about that. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Right.
We were on one subject before that. Oh, the American Dream. Preacher was talking about the American Dream. I'll R17. We talk pigs. We talk pigs, cows. I think I still remember a little bit about a cow. I'll be here listening, but I got to stand up. You thank Darlene for that. It was already bad. That's all.
That's what we thought, pigs. Okay, what do you want to talk about pigs? What's a good pig variety to start? Huh. Gordon thought he was being hacked, misread the sidebar. Gordon thought it was being hacked and misread the sidebar.
I want the question.
Travis, be careful.
What's Travis doing?
He said he's going to go lock down a trailer. He's had a guy come up there earlier asking if he had a radiator for sale, which he could have just been lost. But he said he was doing
Be
a lot of
careful,
looking
Travis.
around. All right. Preacher want to know what's a good pig variety to start. And then R17, I have to kill one of mine. It weighs around 345. And then Eli, my oldest boy, is in NC. I planted the seed and he got affected with being suffer-like. Dad couldn't do that.
Yeah, I get that. I do understand that.
And Geeky said, lock it down, Beaver Creek.
Preacher, I'll
They have
give
been
you.
casing the place.
Yeah, that's true. Like I said, our identity just got stolen. Preacher, I'll be bluntly honest with you.
And then Judy wants to know how much is too much for 8 food.
We'll start with Preacher. Preacher, any large breed that you like. There's a reason there's 24 of them. People just got different things. There's a difference between a lard type hog and a bacon type hog. And that's not
I got what she meant when I said pig and she said hog, but the pug, he called it in the middle.
You need to find out what you need. If you're not going to use a lot of lard, you don't want a lard type pig. So there's a lot of fat on to make lard out of it, and it's waste normally when you butcher out. The length, I like a long pig where you got some good sides on him. And you want a pig that's going to be a full size pig. You don't want any kind of mixes with none of these smaller ones. Other than that, you pick out what you like. Do you like red, or you like white, or you like. The reason we don't like white pigs is they don't sell good here. People associate with them being hoghouse hogs, and they sunburn. It's like my boy. That black and white boy I got's mostly white. He is miserable in the heat. I know you think white would be better in the heat. For some reason, it's not. He stays too hot. So, them old dark red pigs, they don't bother you. Sometimes you get a black pig and you get awful hot. The red one's a sunburn. Other than that, whatever you want. Judy, I'm gonna tell you this.
Baby pug's long. Sorry.
I threatened about skinning a York here one time.
A lot.
But Judy, let me tell you this. Normally for us, we feed pigs out to about 250-ish. We'll say 230 to 270 is the bracket we're looking for. And last year, we fed, we feed our pigs to several people. We have neighbors go in with us and we feed our pigs out. And
You have some people that do much larger.
well, that's one about pig. We had a couple of people that wanted 350-pound pigs or 400-pound pigs. So we took our pigs off and get them processed. We had pigs that weighed 240, 250, and we had pigs that weighed 350. Well, when we got them processed, we got the processing place that I don't show y'all something. And as far as meat in the cooler, now bear in mind the processing fee is much higher for a 350 pound. But as far as meat in the cooler, there won't that much difference. There was.
He said it's a waste.
Yeah, he said it was a waste. He said anything over about 275, that 30% ratio you're shooting for goes to 40. The more fat they got on, the more waste. If you're killing in the home, that's really not that big of a deal. But the feed, I do know the feed conversion goes all to crap. It's about $1 a pound for each dressed weight. And then there's a little killing fee in there. So about whatever the pig weighs, I think it's about what we figured at. It's like 95 cents a pound plus a killing fee.
And then we get 65 to 70%.
Yeah, we get 65 to 70% of our pigs killing them right. What we call killing them right. We won't have a lot of fat. So most time we carry a 250-pound pig, costs $250.
We actually get more back if we do whole sausage, so we get more pounded back.
Yeah, and if we run the whole pig into sausage, that ratio goes up.
That's when
Because
we're getting that 70%.
That's what getting like 70%, because they use a lot of stuff they wouldn't know you wouldn't get back if you just had pork chops and tenderloins. And the whole hog sausage is delicious. You get a whole pig running the sausage, tenderloins, pork chops, everything, hams in the sausage. It is a totally different deal. It's the quality is just indescribable how much better.
It's only 35%. It's like the head, the feet, the bones.
Well, they know that there's going to be a certain amount of dollars.
Some of them might not realize that, what are you losing?
Well, the problem we run into, preachers, we got to process our own bacon once we get it home. It'll be slabbed up, might even be sliced, but we got to salt.
He doesn't do any seasoning for hams either.
And he doesn't cure any hams. But I've got a good friend across the field that's got a homemade smokehouse with the window units in it. So he can't smoke meat here anymore, don't ever be cold enough. But anyway, he can cure solid bacon. And you can do it in a refrigerator. You can do your bacon in a refrigerator. All you got to have is a flat Tupperware pan and salt it. Because the bacon at the grocery store is not even cured at all anymore. It's just injected with brine and put in the plastic. That's why it's spoiled.
That you said that's so good for the bacon. Something smoke.
Yeah, you put just a little bit of liquid smoke in there and make it taste like you put it in smoke. Yeah, we do, preacher. We do. I really need to get Wes to do a video on it because his bacon he's got that actual smokehouse. His bacon is just. He does black paper. I mean, it's stuff. His bacon's better than mine. That's right, Eli. And ours ain't $2. Well, I don't know. I think I seen them. They went up. But I thought before we would get some 200-pound pig breast for $100. $135. Last year we were getting 200-pound pig breast for $130. These last ones we took pretty much $1 a pound. Big weight of 200 pounds, somewhere around $190. I did go back. We did a video on that right when we got it done, and I just wrote the check, and I said how much it was, but I can't really. That's been 6-8 months ago. I can't remember.
But it's well worth it.
Oh, it's a million times worth it because it's vacuum sealed. It's flash frozen. And you go get it, put it in the fridge. You ain't got nothing to do nothing to it, and it'll keep. Like steaks. We found a pack of steaks off probably 3 cows in it, right? That pack of what kind of steaks were they? Sirloins?
It was that big bull that.
Well, two or three cows, 2 or 3 years, 2 years ago, and they were fine. They were delicious. Been in the freezer for 2 years. That vacuum sealer makes all the difference in the world. And we found out doing it at home is time consuming and expensive. You can do it. They make them with a vacuum sealer. But the ones we got ain't worth having.
I'd rather use it like that.
Yeah, we'd rather use it like that. Did I answer everybody's question? If I didn't answer your question, throw it there again. Right, I missed it. Yes, we have, old timer. Yes, we have. I can't believe you had to get 12 cents a pound for them right here. They bring about 3, 5. Anyway, the whole boy will bring $15, $20. And we were just talking about that. We did a video. I talked about it a little bit. And me and a couple of old guys just, that's right, preacher. We raise them for them and take them to get up. We take them to get a process. We have a way we have to do it to be legal. But they buy the pig from me, and then I deliver the pig to the slaughterhouse, and they pay the slaughterhouse to pick it up. And anyway, old timer, we were talking about the other day, and we talked about this in the video. What my daddy used to do, if they didn't cut the bull, back in the old days, animal cruelty and stuff like that wasn't concerned. They didn't care how bad they hurt them. They throw old big bull down and cut him and give him a few months, and he'll look good and everything. And they run him into sausage. I've seen my daddy do this. We used to have hog killings at the house. Is when you got a bunch of old sows that were burned up, and the old boar that was burned up, you kill them all. It'd be 3, 4, 5, 6 sows and old big boar. And they mixed the boar a little bit of long in the sausage. Put a little extra pepper in it, a little extra sage, you couldn't never tell. And I've seen people that claimed as long as they were calm and weren't worked up, they weren't sow and heat or nothing around, and you killed them, didn't get them worked up, they wouldn't be bad. And I tried to eat some of that before. And the meat was as tough as boot leather. Like you got a pork chop off of you.
We've proven that by having the big pork chops and little pork
Yeah,
chops.
that's right. Any big pig, the meat's tough, man. But I can still taste the gamey taste. Now I don't know how much is that is in my head. That's right, you know. But Judy, we kill barbecue pigs here. We kill and dress barbecue pigs. And the barbecue pigs usually 100 pounds or less. And I can clean. The longest part of that process is getting the water hot. The scalding. We can dress barbecue pig just a slick minute if you get the water hot. And the big pigs, we take them to be processed because in the long run it's actually cheaper.
Tell the difference in size.
But the difference between a barbecue pig is 100 pounds. The pigs we get processed are at least 200 pounds, and sometimes as much as 275. And the ones we do for barbecue are usually about 70 pounds each. That's about how big fits on my grill. And sometimes somebody else will want one.
You might do one this fall.
That's right, preacher. It's for the hair. And all we do, I've got old big scalding vat. That's right, old timer. Did he cut that big board or he just feed? I won't never cut another one, old timer. I won't ever cut another one. I just don't even think it's right. You get an old boy that's stole a bunch of good pigs for it, and you gonna put him through that, I just soon shoot him and bury him. I got too many friends with backhoes. He won't bring that if you go to sell him. We don't need the pork. We got plenty of pork. Good pork. I'll give them away if anybody wants to try to eat them.
Yeah,
I'll give them away. And these Hispanic guys make cornadas out of them. They so much doggone pepper on that you don't know what you don't know if you eat pork or goat or nothing. I mean, you can't taste the meat, do it. And
yeah,
yeah, and old Buck was
bring
thinking,
some last time.
yeah, I know. I got it, boy, but I didn't want none of that dead pig. Yeah, old Buck was thinking, well, you know, a bull old timer, you know, to be honest with you, half people we kill bulls. We don't want an old bull. But what I think about feeding a yearling bull out ain't no different feeding out a yearling steer. I can't tell no difference at all. Now, I don't want the old herd bull, you know, that's 5 years old. I don't think you could eat him with a chainsaw. But you have to run through a food process to chew him up. But I guess the moral of the story is if we were hungry, if we were really hungry like the people used to be in the old days, and you couldn't waste nothing and every piece of meat. So that's something else too. I guess the hungrier you are, your baseline for what's good and what ain't changed. You know, how hungry y'all probably has a lot to do with that. Oh, I still preaching about scalding. Oh, we got a big scalding vat. We don't ever use it. I just take a 55-gallon drum and dig a little hole in the ground and lean it over about like that, prop it up on a couple cement blocks or something like that, and build a fire in it. Just as primitive as can be. That's about right, Keith. That's about right. And that's something a lot of people don't realize. They talk about what these old people did is the old people, they were hungry. And we're spoiled. I always remember that.
Didn't you have a fire that did with pressure washer on you?
Yeah, it's Chico. Never want pressure wash the steam you. It might would, old John. It might would. And preacher, we've discovered that if your goat is just good beef, if you're not worried about cost, version, or anything like that, you know, because it's a set feeding process cow. We try to kill them less than a year old and less than 1,000 pounds is the absolute best beef.
We take it across the scales at the feed mill. Is that what she's asking about as far as finding out how much they want?
Well, that's right. Well, you know, vinegar do a whole lot. I don't know if I ever told y'all this or not. That's single man, that's probably, yeah, I go, well, here they won't kill them over 2 years old. If they're over 2 years old, the slaughterhouse won't take them. They tell you the insurance won't cover it or something. They won't even take them. You know, old timer, I got an old uncle. He's one of those people that knows everything. I mean, he won't ever tell you anything. That's probably right, Gordon. They probably won't take them over that, you know, whatever they want to call it. Here it'd be a standard grade or whatever they makes, you know, Campbell soup and end up with like the old milk cow. But I got an uncle that's very knowledgeable. I mean, they ain't no telling what you need to know. He'd probably tell you, right? But he'll sit there and watch you struggle and he won't tell you nothing. Hey, drop. He know the answer, but he won't volunteer. You got to ask him the question directly. And I had a bunch of goats at Pink Eye, and it was spreading, and Pink Eye killed a goat. They'll go blind, go to the shop, and die. And I was losing goats. And me and him talked about it several times. He ain't mentioned nothing. You know, I was going everything the veterinarian was saying. And I finally asked him, I said, "Oh, Joe, what in the world can I do for these goats?" If you got any ideas, I said, well, yeah, all you got to do is get some vinegar, half the water, to wash the eyes out there for over 10 minutes. I don't know why you ain't done it already. Because I didn't know to do it. You know, you're crazy. It's so little. But I went and got me some vinegar water, half a side of vinegar water, mixed it half and half, went there and washed it and got his eyes out, and it was like a miracle. It killed that bacteria that causes the pink eye on contact. You go, shh, 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 and they walk off shaking their head, and you can see that little film of bacteria that gets over their eye and in the corner. You can see it fall off. They can see, and they go back to eating fine. And yeah, I've heard of that too, old timer, but I don't know if it works. Yeah, people used to get worms.
I know people used to get worms, but turpentine will kill you.
Yeah, go over here, ain't black. All you got to do to get it, to have a calf drop a grade or not bring what it's supposed to, it'll not be black. It'll be red or what, black and white or.
Pay bad money. What does that mean?
Not pay good. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't know if it's a key. Turpentine. Daddy used to worm hogs with guy. And it worked. You see the dead worms come out, bunches of them. But if you done it there a bit wrong, you got the pig too. We have some calves. Gold. I took some calves last year to sell. And had some red ones that were just as pretty as anything you ever seen. And had some rangy looking black ones. And the rangy looking black one brought 40 cents more a pound than the red ones. And it ain't nothing but a racket. It's like you said, it's just a way to steal them red guys.
Ginger root helps nausea. That's why they recommend ginger ale.
You know, Eli, that is very true. That is very, very true. I can keep them in, but you gotta. If you ain't got enough money to put up a good fence, you don't need them.
Okay. Y'all know what I got.
Fence that'll keep them in, but not cheap.
I've got a bottle goat. A little boy. Was he a boy?
No, that was Nicky.
He's a Billy. Anyway, Chris decided to put him in the cow pen today to see how he do.
You got to see just firsthand how they won't stay in there.
He got shocked 3 times and then got out and came running to me like, Mama! He came right up to me. He was upset. He was so upset.
But he was still out, wasn't
he? He was out. Didn't last 5 minutes. He went out there and he ate a couple mouthfuls of food and then he was out. He got shot 3 times. Bad shot. Bad shot.
Because our fence is hot, like super hot.
What you say?
It'll be in action.
But yeah, he just that fence didn't slow him down.
Now I got this trouble.
He hit it 3 different places and finally found. He's like, I'm out. Worms, all that meat is cut into slabs and exported poison suits to the better paid from the farmer that rears it.
I wish we had never seen that Judge Bill.
And Judy said a lot of stuff's good with it. Well, our intern said that she knew somebody will take it. But you said you want to keep it.
Well, everybody's attached to him, but that's what I'm saying. If we had never seen him, everybody would be attached.
All right, Eli, now, you're not eating my goat. He said the best goat in the world is the one coming off the barbecue.
Yeah, our place is a house goat.
Actually, he's more than thinks.
He's a breaking artist.
Vincent Esposito? He just subscribed to the channel. His thanks for your time on videos and your candor.
Good to meet you, Vince. Tell everybody, we got 2 rules. You got to tell everybody a little bit about yourself, and we try to steer clear of politics.
Okay, I missed a couple comments. Geeky said that goats are escape artists and is thinks he's a house goat. He does. You leave the door open a fraction too long, and there he is. He's in. The other day, I had to get a trash bag and wave it at him, and he thought it was funny, and he followed me out. But other than that, he won't come out. But he knew he would let me pick him up because Chris's cousin came up here and taught him how to headbutt. He had never headbutt until he started pulling his tail, and he turned around and started headbutting. Now he headbutts. And he's got these little horns, and he's gonna hurt somebody. And I told him, I said, if he starts headbutting, I'm taking him to your house and dropping him off. He's gonna be good. Because he never headbutted before that. But anyway, he got in the house the other day. Was it yesterday? Before. I don't know. And I had to play with him with a trash bag to get him to come outside because he won't come to keep staying in the house.
Did you get Judy tonight?
Drops it. I didn't get that far yet. Drop said not to leave the goat with him because he needed his baby.
From New York State, just south of Albany, 35 acres. Got an orchard and a garden.
No animals yet. No, that's cool. Orchard would be nice. Let's see here. Gordon said that's why I'm changing to rearing donkeys. No big bucks out of keeping them, but at least they're low cost to keep. And keep
Yeah, we used to keep our donkeys in with hay string. Just make it like you had a fence.
Judy, have a good night. And then Peter asked him how many acres did he have. Gordon, that's good.
Vincent said he's 100 people.
Chris don't hunt much anymore, but he used to be avid hunter. Ooh, old timer.
What?
He said, so we're headed for a depression. What are your thoughts? Gordon has 40 acres.
Old timer.
This we normally do it on Friday nights, but our Fridays have been so swamped lately. We haven't got in time. Preacher said that he preached that way many years ago.
Old timer, let me tell you something. It might be an old joke, but my grandmama had never heard it. It was an
Drops
old
just
joke.
got chickens, no goats or pigs.
She had never heard it when she told me this.
Preacher put it up there Friday night.
But we were in school. We were studying about depression, right? So I asked my grandma.
He also rents 40 acres long-term lease land.
Because you know, my mom and daddy were 5, 6, 7, maybe when the depression was going on. So I asked my grandma about the depression. And she was a very honest woman. And she wasn't a very jokey. She wasn't very, what would that be? How would you say that? She'd joke around a lot. And I asked her about the depression. And she looked at me with a straight face and said, yeah, I heard something about that. About the 30s, you know. And I asked her, I said, well, they want me to find out what was different during the depression. She said, no, not much of nothing. They told us it was happening. We didn't know nothing no different here. In other words, they were so poor they didn't notice. And I think that's about the situation we're in. I think we're so poor we just think won't never notice. That's the best way to look at it.
he said the extra 40 acres cost him 200 a year worth of that. What is that mean?
That's about right. Oak. I don't even want to live in town, much less the
Drops
city.
in lots of mortgages going to hit the auction block in the next couple of months. Drops the same thing we do. Form the living impression and so forth. What's the exact word? And Tom said that his thoughts to everybody who couldn't get his bill see thoughts to do it. Eli wants to know what's the mortgage.
The preacher said, tell me on 30 acres cutting hay what would be a good trade. Like you cut my hay and I keep X amount.
Value added tax.
I used to, what did I used to charge, preacher? I used to get every fifth bill.
Drops every owns everything. You get one mortgage again, you get two.
I used to get a percentage of the hay to pay the preacher.
He paid off two mortgages and a school loan before he retired. Don't owe anyone.
Well, we're
Right,
trying to
same
get to the
here.
point we don't know anybody.
Vincent said, preacher, in my area, it's not worth much. I just let a farmer cut mine for free. We became friends. Sometimes I trade for another spot to hunt. And Thomas Schmidt,
Hey, Thomas,
he asked Vincent, so you're down near the Hudson area, huh?
preacher, let me make it easy on you. You just need to
Hey,
find out
Thomas.
what they charge you to bale a bale of hay. Like here, it's $18 to bale to cut and bale your hay. It's $18 a round bale. And then you see how many bales you got and get a man X amount worth of it. You know. What's Thomas up to?
And he says hello. And Vincent said he's just north. And Single Man said that that was nice for Geeky, but it was I'm not gonna say that.
What?
Geeky said, no, Eli, I just didn't have a life for 5 years other than work.
Well, I did the same thing. It was easy to do. What are you going for the biggest acre contest here?
And that's what the rain was all that
Well,
was.
ain't hard on that not be.
Yeah, Chris, I can emphasize with your grandma's story. I see
Well, that won't a joke.
plenty in my kin folks succumb to depression. It's not nice watching something wrong with somebody when you don't know what's up. Gordon Hill's talking about the Great Depression here in the United States. Vincent said if the hay is top notch, you can get some money for it. But up here, the forest people will pay for it. Perhaps the farmers will pass them along.
Well, that's about the way it works here. Just go hog farm cow hay. It's $20 a bale.
We got it.
Wow.
Vincent autocorrect and the news going, geez. Hey, here, geez.
Oh, we speak YouTube. Good night, preacher. Thank you for being here. Well, we're pretty good at it too, to be honest with you. In fact, we probably need to It's fixing to be 11:30. That's when we usually try to get off.
Warren's still here. He's
Yeah, I feel
Well,
bad getting off my
lurking now.
Gordon still here. Doggone, it's about daylight up there. All right.
Warren.
Oh.
Warren's been lurking.
Well, that's something. I get a farm off sign for. I'm a kind of a farm off fan, like a farm off collector fan, not a farm off user fan. I got no one of those to tend the garden with, but it's
This
kind
is
of a
the dining
tradition.
room, actually. It's
Yeah.
kind of a farm
The kitchen, basically.
tractor theme.
And I got a few further. The whole wall's covered in them. It ain't a big wall, but I don't know if you can see it up, but anyway, there, the whole wall's covered in 'em. I get one for Christmas every year.
We're running out of wall.
Good night, Gordon.
See?
Well, we buy. They're all reproductions. Ain't none of them real. We got all of them made. Well, I grew up farming with these tractors, these models of tractors, H's and M's and C's. And, we're in the back of the country, so Super A's, 140s were daily used tractors around the back. And this is what I grew up running. First tractor I ever owned was a 400. And that's what I grew up with. And then when I got old enough to take over everything, this kind of a story everybody else has heard. My daddy was a diehard international man. But when I went to international dealer to buy tractors to farm with, commercially farm with, they wouldn't talk to me. They wouldn't even talk to me. And the Massey Ferguson dealer was Johnny on the spot. They were. I called him and told him I was whipping a tractor, and they were on the way with it. You know, got them financed. I've been a Ferguson man ever since. You know, they helped me when nobody else would, and I've stuck with them from brand. That international got bought out again, and they just ain't what they used to be. You know. Oh yeah, they're still tobacco's still the main cash crop here. It's on the way out. It's we can't compete with India and Brazil, and there's no price support on it anymore. And, it's on the way out. We lose a tobacco farmer. Just that I know, in the county I live in, we lose one or two more every year, and they won't that many left to begin with. But I've got a cousin that still got 300 acres. I've got a couple of customers that still have 300 acres apiece. I don't know why they're stopping. I don't know, but the picture ain't moving, so I'm assuming they can't hear me. Is the buffer on y'all's end? See, the picture ain't moving now. Hold on, y'all. We got technical difficulties. Anyway, y'all let me know buffer thing. It'll start growing hemp, and I don't think it's going to save us. I don't know. I hope it will.
Y'all hear everything? Is it coming clear?
And we're well, two people quit watching that makes me think, well,